Aryama Sundaram, without getting into the specific merits of this case, are you also worried about, and we will put out some data on this widespread use or rather misuse of sedition to the point where the law almost seems to have lost all meaning? It's been applied to everything from Facebook posts to editing a document.
Look, there's a difference between a law and the application of the law. Sedition itself was brought in with the effort to see that people didn't try to use unlawful means to overcome a government, not a particular party in power,
right,
but the government of India, the governing of India.
Right.
You can call it in many words, including treason in certain countries. So sedition really originated like that. If you're asking me a question, is the law sedition overused? Yes, it is. It is greatly overused. There is no doubt about that.
Right.
And it hasn't been greatly overused only recently. It's been greatly overused for a long time. On the merits of this case, I have a slightly different opinion than what the predecessor speaker spoke. But you asked me not to comment on the merits of this particular case.
I'm not preventing you from commenting. I just thought perhaps you may not want to, but please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
I wouldn't want to really, because it is sub judice, but I do want to point out that while the FIR might have a pinch or more than a pinch, we have to be treated with a fistful of salt. We have to understand the basics here. We cannot run away from the fact that 26 January happened. You cannot run away from the fact that there was violence.
Yes.
You cannot run away from the fact that there can be a very strong inference of planned violence. You cannot run away from the fact that this planned violence had a backing. Now, when you're looking at it and then you include section 120B, which is conspiracy, then people who have been connected with such people, they could always be investigated.
Right.
And at the FIR stage, it's a stage of investigation. It's not a stage of proof, it's a stage of investigation.
Right.
So that's a different matter altogether.
Right.
But on the law of sedition itself, I feel it's the application of sedition law, which is the error today.
Right.
The law itself says you cannot wage war on India. The law itself says you cannot do any act or deed by which you're, through unlawful means, bringing disfavor to the government.
Yeah.
Now, those unlawful means can be punished in themselves.
Yes.
But sedition is overall to ensure that you do not try to overthrow a government by unlawful means.
I think that's...
And I think that is not undemocratic, that's very democratic.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the way it's been used is something
another matter.